What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the new album from the band The Wounded Kings, entitled Consolamentum. This is released on Candlelight Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Dartmoor, England, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very occult, ritualistic style of doom metal. Very, very heavy doom metal. The first time I had heard of this band was back in 2011 with the Soul Split that they released with another really awesome doom metal band from the United States called Cough, that split being called An Introduction to the Black Arts. Both songs on the split ranged from around almost 15 to 13 minutes in length, two very, very long songs. But the song that the Wounded Kings had on their split really showcased the kind of crushing entities that this band had to offer, done very traditionally and done so in a very heavy, heavy manner. I mean, thinking to stuff like Cathedral and Electric Wizard in certain instances, I think it's really, really awesome. And it led me on to listen to some of their earlier material, most notably their second album, The Shadow Over Atlantis. That album is a real barn burner and a true showcase of how heavy their doom metal can sound. It really was an amazing record, and it had a really great story to tell. Moving forward, there seemed to be a bit of a change in lineup, a little bit of new instances, a new singer to add to the mix, and some new guitar players. Lineup revampings over the years, with albums like In the Chapel of the Black Hand, showcase a different direction that this band took, but yet things still seem to be right where they need to be for the kind of doom metal sound they have to bring. And now here we are with their fourth full-length album entitled Consolamentum. It's 7 tracks, and it clocks in at around 47 minutes in length. And to me, this album picks up where the last album left off, but things seem to be a little bit more fine-tuned and a lot more well-rounded around, to deliver probably one of the best sounding pieces of doom metal this band has put out in quite some time. The guitar tone on here is absolutely powerful. For a doom metal band, you gotta have a really thick, sludgy, heavy guitar tone, and Consolamentum gets the job done here perfectly. I mean, the interludes that are on this album to the main songs that appear on here, the guitar work is just so devastatingly heavy. I just love the way everything sounds, the riffs, the heaviness, the solos, the almost classic metal vibe you get when you listen to the guitar work that's on here. I think it's amazing. The first couple of legitimate songs that are on this album, the 13-minute opening track Gnosis and Lost Bride, just the way the guitars are being handled on those particular songs are really incredible, to even the title track and the closer of this album, The Silence. I want to say that's one of the last long tracks to appear on this album. Just the way the riffs are being handled on those songs are great. The solos sound awesome. Everything feels wonderful. The bass guitar is equally as heavy and as devastating. It definitely adds the right balance to the heaviness of the guitar tone. I think it's a really, really smooth bass tone, and it definitely works well here. As far as the drums are concerned, the drums do work splendidly here. For this being a doom album, the pace of the drums works very, very well here. For the slower, more methodical moments, every single instance of the drum being handled here is really, really good. The patterns, the fills, the overall vibe you pick up when you listen to the drums of this album, it really does feel heavy and hard rocking, and it really does make you want to bang your head, even for it being such lengthy material. I think it's really awesome what the way the drums are being handled here. It feels very traditional and very, very old school. I love that about this drum style. Even to the atmosphere and the organs and the keys that are being handled here, it's done very tastefully, and it does not feel distracting in the least bit. I really enjoy a good keyboard sound when it comes to the doom as far as doom metal is concerned. Thinking of which, to kind of reminds me, goes back to the Cathedral influence and a little bit of Reverend Bizarre thrown in there too, which I think is really, really cool. And moving on to the vocals, this new vocalist really has an amazing voice. Just her narratives, the way she sings, it's as if she's hypnotizing you into listening to what kind of words she has to say, and definitely her vocals are incredible. Very well spoken, very beautifully sung. It really is a hypnotic kind of vocal performance, and that's what it brings and sets out to do. Kind of feels as though you're taking a trip to bands like Jack's Thoth and Blood Ceremony, bands of that particular nature. I think this vocalist has a rightful place amongst bands like that, and maybe even being one of the very best at doing it. The vocals are really incredible here. So overall, this is another well-rounded piece of doom metal from a very consistent doom metal band. The Wounded Kings really deliver some incredible musicianship here, and probably deliver one of their best albums in quite a good while. So, if you're a fan of doom metal, if you're a fan of great vocals, great singing, deliciously heavy riffs, Consolamentum is the album for you to check out. If I had to pick any favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say Gnosis, Lost Bride, and the title track. Even the 3 instrumental tracks that are on here, they're very short and sweet and to the point, and they do get the job done. So I'm going to leave you a link in the description box to the Candlelight Bandcamp page where you can stream this album in its entirety and hear it for yourself and be your own judge as to whether you feel it's being deemed of being purchased or not. It's available digitally through CD, and I believe there is a vinyl version as well. So whatever floats your boat, definitely make an effort to buy it. So again, the album is Consolamentum by the Wounded Kings. This is released on Candlelight Records. Definitely support the Wounded Kings, and I'm going to give this a very solid 8.5 out of 10. Really, really incredible doom metal. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel, and until the next time, Army Help out.